Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Ulan Gaming and we're doing a Civilization overview today. It's been a while since we've done one of these, and I wanted to drop another one before the DLC dropped for Knights of the Mediterranean, just because it's been a while since I've done one of these, and we still have quite a bit of the cast to get to, especially since the cast of Civilizations is about to grow in 5 days. So today we are doing France. You can see my absolutely wonderful edit of the France flag, just chilling there right in the center. This should be a relatively quick one, because France is a relatively simple civ. So let's get into it, starting with the unique mechanics. France has one, and that is Uber Settlers. They have the Courrier de Bois, a boys' club, because they only have one male model for their settlers. The Courrier de Bois is basically a settler plus 25% of another settler. They are 25% better than normal settlers. They have much higher attack, much higher HP. They have range resistance. They are settlers that gather faster, build faster, and are tougher to take down, and can even defend the base if need be. And that is pretty much their only unique mechanic. France can basically be best summed up in most regards of the civilization as better than average. They have better than average settlers. They have they don't have or jack of all trades, master of none. You know, they have better than average settlers. They have better than average units, but they don't have crazy units with, like, one exception. So with that, we're going to go into their general playstyle. France is either going to play in Age 2 rushing, or they're going to be in... they're going to semi-FF into the Fortress Age and take advantage of their Courrier de Bois to get a strong economy going. For their Age Up system and hero, they do run on politicians. So they get the basic bitch age up system that Europeans get, where you just age up, get a bonus, and call it a day. For their explorer, they have the normal European explorer as their hero. However, just because they're slightly better than average, they also get a scout just to start with, a native scout to run around the map. Which is, as I think, perfectly encapsulates slightly better than average. They're slightly better than a European explorer, but not great in comparison to, like, you know, any other civilization who has a non-European explorer, basically. That is not to say that they are weak, though. The whole point of slightly better than average is that they can do whatever they want. France does whatever it wants, and it works. And none of it's OP, with, like, one exception. And that's basically France in a nutshell. For unique units, they have exactly one, which is the Cuirassier, which is the one exception that I have been talking about. The Cuirassier, everybody knows them, everybody fears them, everybody hates them. These guys are basically just big bad boy heavy infantry. They have slightly slower movement speed, but are much tankier and have area of effect. And their basic job is to say, fuck you and your anti-cav, I don't care, I'm gonna just make Cuirassier anyways, and have it still work. That is the purpose of the French Cuirassier, is to just be in the way, be annoying, be super high damaging, be super tanky, and if a France player decides to start massing exclusively Cuirassiers, then you need to mass a hell of a lot more anti-cavalry in order to deal with it, or you will lose. They also have a couple notable units, because that is their only one listed here. Their notable units include the Skirmisher and the Musketeer. You guys will see these ones a lot. That's not to say that those are the only notable units, because overall, France has access to just about every single common military unit in the game. They have access to crossbows, they have access to pikes, they have access to halberdiers, they have access to musketeers, they have access to skirmishers, they have access to huss and goons, they have access to all the basic, they have access to all of the basic artillery. They have access to factories. They are legit just the European civ, but slightly stronger. That is what France is. France, when they rush, they can go pike bow. I've seen France players go musketeers. I've seen France players go natives. What they will do a lot of the times, though, is go cavalry. France is very known for having lots of H2 cavalry strats. You'll see a lot of players with France raiding you with super beefy Hussar in the Second Age. And they're really good at it because their economy is actually strong enough just as a baseline to handle it after a little bit. So that is that is France in a nutshell. I should have a red square around the cursor. I kind of forgot. But for their primary unit compositions, after they get out of the pike bow range, you'll probably see either Muscannon, Skirngoon, or they'll just spam cuirassiers and call it a day. France can really do whatever it wants, and that's kind of the point of the civilization. They are jack of all trades, master of none. When you go into a game with a France player, you don't know what they're going to do, you just know that they're going to be a threat when they do it. They're very versatile in that regard. They're not versatile in the same way USA is, where you have a bunch of like weird off-the-wall strategies that nobody's ever heard of. They're just versatile in the way that they can do whatever they want, and it just kind of works out for them. Things to watch out for is obviously H2 cav raids. You need to be scouting out your France player to see if he's starting with a barracks. You need to be looking at his deck to see if he has to see if he has cavalry upgrade cards in there, because those are all signs that your enemy France player is going to be hitting you with some cavalry in H2, so just be on the lookout for that. You also got to watch out for their Uber settlers, the Courrier de Bourg. No, I refuse to say it normally. The Uber settlers will defend their town if France gets pushed. You're gonna rush your army in. He's gonna have a military there, and that military is gonna be supported by the Courrier de Bourg. So you need to make sure you take care of those as fast, or make sure you leave early if you know you can't handle that fight. But that's basically about it, ladies and gentlemen. France is an exceedingly simple civ. They're literally just average but better in all regards, and that is them. They have a good amount of upgrade cards for just about any unit they please, and including natives, and that's about it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.